Unitrain was established in 2007. In that time the business has grown and we now have 3 full-time sales staff with a combined of 30 years experience in the training sector. I moved to the island back in 2007 and I really wanted to get away from the rat race a little bit, and one of the reasons why I moved was to start up a new business and enjoy the island, to be honest with you, and that's what's brought us here. Unitrain provides training courses in various areas, particularly IT, personal development, things like project management, sales, HR, quite a variety of areas, to be honest with you. The type of courses that we run are one-day courses, whether it be Microsoft Office, accredited courses, so they could be 3-5 day, and the accredited courses could be for like Prince 2, an exam involved, etc., and various other sort of 3-5 day courses. They all go towards, well, not all of them, but if we're looking at a Microsoft Office, you can go towards an accreditation with those, but certainly things like Prince 2 or Microsoft or Cisco courses, they would all go to an exam which the delegate would get an accreditation at the end of that. They're always very successful. However, it depends what type of course the delegates are actually attending. For example, if it's a Microsoft Office course, then they will get a certificate at the end to say that you've attended, but it doesn't actually go towards a certification. If it's something like a Microsoft technical course, then that can go to an accreditation like an MCSE, for example. We've got some big clients like Fujitsu, O2, Sara Lee, AXA Nobel, who were formerly ICI. I think it boils down to the fact that us as a company, we've got quite a lot of experience with the sales guys on board, and we've built relationships with these guys over the years through, you know, relationship building, things like customer service and experience really, and we also offer some very competitive rates. At the moment, we're not actually currently doing any business with any island businesses, but our plan is to open a training centre within the next couple of years, offering a range of public courses. The idea is to set up a centre somewhere where it's got close connections to the mainland, but also offer island businesses our training courses, but have a close enough link so we can offer it to mainland customers as well.
How do you propose to actually break into the island market? How do you propose to get local businesses?
Well, I think it's going to be a case of actually speaking to businesses, finding out about what they do, how they work, and you know, getting to know them really. And like what we do with most of our customers is build relationships, and in return tell them about, you know, what we can help them with to build their business and to train their staff. We haven't had any support so far from local businesses. However, we have started to advertise our services to companies in, for example, the Island Business magazine. The best way to really train up the workforce is at appraisal times, maybe every 6 months or every year, is look at the staff and ask them what can improve their job, what can make them be more productive for the company. And normally this results in training, normally. So on the back of that, ascertain exactly what's going to make them more productive, find a training course perhaps to meet that need, and then develop the individual. I think a benefit to the business would be the fact that the individual is being invested in. The company is actually taking time and money to invest in that person. To enhance the experience, normally what we do is, once a training course has been delivered to a client, we offer maybe a refresher course 6 months down the line, or coaching. It depends on what areas, you know, they've been trained in, but normally coaching is a good way of keeping that skill going and developing the individual as time goes on. Retaining staff after they've been trained is never as straightforward as it seems. However, I think that when staff have been invested in, once they have been trained in any particular area, I think there's a sense of loyalty, and you know, it's actually shown that there are a sense of worth within the company. So I think once somebody has been trained, not only do they think, well, hang on a minute, the company's actually made an effort here with me, but also, you know, they also think that there could be possibly more training that will bring them on. And I think the flip side of that also is, if companies don't actually train individuals and there are other companies that are training individuals, then they might think, well, if I'm not being trained and that company is training, I might go and leave the company. During this recession so far, we certainly have seen a slowdown in business, but we certainly haven't seen it stop completely. I think that companies are actually looking at what they're training in now, rather than training just, we need that training. They're being more precise about what they actually are looking for. And they're tending to run more bespoke courses. So they're actually making sure what they're actually invested in is precise for the companies, so it's more tailored to what they're actually looking for. I see the training sector developing in the future in terms of, I think training is not looked upon anymore as a luxury. I think it's a necessity for businesses to grow and develop their staff. I think the last couple of years have been particularly hard for businesses, and I think they need to look at their staff as the key to the success of the business. If more and more businesses are to survive in this climate, then I think training is the key for them to develop their staff and beat the competition.